Hello, Legion. It's Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Odds series. This is episode 20 of Against All Odds, season 5.5. And if you were listening, I think it was at the beginning or maybe towards the end of episode 16, I talked about this, and I totally meant during my previous recording session of 17, 18, and 19 to mention this more, as I believe I said. But we are taking a break, as is standard procedure on the channel. Don't worry, the channel's not going anywhere. The time slot is not going anywhere, actually. We are just going to switch the series out for a little while, and then The Long Dark will be back after that series has had its first little run. We have Surviving Mars coming back in the 1 p.m. time slot. So for those of you watching this live, so to speak, just be aware that that is coming. Now, where is that? There it is. That's right. The live deer is there. But given what happened with the deer last episode, I'm not going to trouble myself too much. I do still have one deer steak on me, so I'll have to be somewhat careful where I'm walking here. Our fire is still going. I just came out here to get a little bit more deer meat. I am exhausted, therefore losing a little bit of condition, which stinks. But that's life. Definitely a very interesting last episode, but the result is that we got a deer, which can finally load us up with calories, which have been kind of hard to come by for the past little while. So we're not going to worry about the hide or the guts on this guy. We're just going to bust out the hacksaw. Yeah, no difference. I don't know why I was double checking that. I know the way that these things work. Done this a couple of times. Not my first rodeo, etc., etc. But let's go ahead and do I want to do 2 more steaks? Let's just go ahead and get 2 more. Exhaustion doesn't kill you quickly, but I'm more worried about the attention that might be attracted by having a full load of deer steak while I'm exhausted. I know. Got a series of comments on the last episode saying, put your stuff down before you go hunting. And it's like, guys, if I thought I was going to go hunting, I would have put my stuff down. But when you're shooting off your front porch, which is the appropriate metaphor, you're not hunting. That's why I was so frustrated. Number one, that the deer didn't drop. And I mean, that's more, me and making sure that I hit the deer in the right spot. But that it took so long to drop. If I had intentionally said, I'm going to go out hunting now, of course I would have dropped my stuff. But, again, we got a deer. Out of it. Fired entirely too many bullets, including a revolver slug, to make that happen, but we made it happen. So how much longer do we have on this fire? 3 hours, 52 minutes, and plenty of coal. So let's go ahead and put a venison steak on that. How much water do I have? Plenty. Plenty, plenty indeed. Let's go ahead and drink some. We are thoroughly exhausted. So that is going to cost us a little bit more condition. Again, it doesn't kill you quickly, but it does kill you. Let's go ahead and just use the hatchet. Alright. Is that not enough light over there to break down the thing? Guess not. That's 30 minutes of lantern fuel that I don't want to use. So frustrating. Okay, well, maybe we will just light the fire back up tomorrow, because I don't want to waste that much lantern fuel. We've got a lot of lantern fuel for the first time in a while. So let's just pass the time instead. Eat this. There we go. All right. Wasn't truly necessary. I probably could have waited to cook anything until the next morning, but I want to sleep and get as much of my condition back as possible. I just want to get a good solid, like, 11 or 12 hours in. So let's drop you guys right here. I'll come back for you when I'm ready. Part of me wants to cook one more deer steak, but I'd want to go ahead and rest. Let's do that before we do anything else. If I can remember how to move around this ship. Where's the hallway? Oh, it's right here. Yeah. I was walking up to the wrong light switch. Okay, so we found our bed. A little bit dark in here, I know. Let's sleep for... Oh, wait. No. Let's do that first. There we go. What I really should have done is drink one of these teas first and then drink the water. That's okay. I needed to get rid of a little bit of weight. So let's sleep for 11 hours. Sprain risk has gone away. That's what I wanted to see. Meaning we are no longer encumbered. It's a beautiful thing. 35 days, 16 hours, and 1 minute. Lovely. Alright, let's drink some more water. Yeah, we are definitely below our threshold. We still have more cooking to do, however. But now we have the energy with which to do it. So let's go out and get that deer, first of all. Should still be out there. God willing. Yep, still out there. I wouldn't be surprised one day if they added an attraction component to meat like that was left out in the snow. Nature's freezer, as I've called it in the past. It's a handy thing to do when you want to preserve meat, to leave it sitting outside in the snow. It does exactly what you would expect it to do. Because, you know, the freezers aren't exactly plugged in anymore. So you can't use man-made freezers. All right, we got 11 pounds of meat left on you. Let's go ahead and just take all of that. Crap. I'm going to lose some condition. I didn't realize how cold it was. Oh, good. We didn't lose a lot. That could have been a lot worse. Another comment rightly pointed out that the world is definitely getting colder now that we're past the 1 month mark. We're playing on settings where the world is supposed to get colder, so to a certain extent, it's not going to matter how nice of, you know, items I find to wear underneath my expedition parka, etc. It's just not going to matter. Unfortunately. All right, I wish I had more than one. I could start a fire out here. The trouble is... Hang on. Am I blocked from the wind if I'm right here? Yeah, I am. Yeah, it would be more efficient to cook out here rather than cook on the forge. And I've got planks out here, too. Not a lot, but enough to kind of get a fire going. That's what I'm going to do. Let's put all the meat down right here so I don't lug it around and exhaust myself unnecessarily. And I'm going to go pick up a few pieces of coal just to get us through the night. And we might go ahead and harvest some boxes as well. It's just we need to make sure we stay warm enough and that a blizzard doesn't kick up while we're doing this. But if one does, I will do what I literally never do, and this will make some of you very happy. I will take a torch from the fire that we're about to start, and I will use it to light the fire in the forge so that we can continue. Or in the furnace, I guess I should say, because we're not technically using the forge.
Much more.
How much more time do I have? I've got plenty. I don't want to use more coal than I need to. Oh, weather's actually kind of improving out here, which is nice. Interesting. When you move into... If you point, like, a fire that you're trying to lay down into the doorway, Yeah, makes it go away. Okay. So,
Man, I could eat anything.
I know you could. I don't want to put the fire in my own way, but I want to make sure it's protected. Okay, so let's use wood matches, a tinder plug, and I don't have a lot in the way of better fire starting except for books. Have I read any of my books? Yes, I have read Survive the Outdoors. There we go. Problem solved. I really hope this fire is protected. I'm protected where I'm standing right now, but I'm putting the fire somewhat in front of me, so we'll see. Okay, we're going to use you to start the fire. Not even going to use a wood match for this. Let's use a cardboard match. 90% start chance. I'll take it. It won't burn the book until the fire succeeds. Only tinder will be consumed, so that's a risk I'm willing to take. And I see snowflakes falling. Thanks, game. Appreciate that. Very kind of you.
Perfect.
Nice. We have fire starting level 3 now. What's that going to do for us? 65% chance to start fires. Fires last 10% longer. And we can start fires without tinder. Yay! Finally! Tinder is no longer required. I thought that was a higher level thing, but evidently not.
Whew, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Alright, so we're going to put that meat on the fire. And get it cooking. That's all the deer meat that we have. And then once we have this, there's really no reason to hang out for much longer. Unless we wanted to kill that bear, but I really would rather just keep moving. Because, again, if I could find better items, then I think I would like to have them to wear on my person. I mean, because we still just have... I mean, we're doing a little bit better than we were. We have the thick wool sweater. We have the new thin wool sweater compared to the two hoodies. But not the same. Still not the same. However, let me go ahead and... I'm carrying this hoodie extra. It's going to take 45 minutes. How long is it going to take to cook those? Yeah, I got time. Harvest the hoodie. We're going to see these go dark in just a second. There we go. Eat one deer steak. Ooh, it's getting pretty hungry.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Okay. Yep. Storm's starting to roll in. I really hope that wind block... We're in a good position with the current direction the wind is blowing. Hopefully it doesn't change direction while these are cooking. Couldn't have given me like 2 more hours, game? That couldn't have waited that long? Okay. I'm just glad the wind's blowing that way, because we have a giant ship and a big old rock at our back. So we'll be okay. So I could read for an hour. And I still have that cooked deer steak on me. Let's just take them for now. Yeah. Doesn't seem like the weather's too terrible. 2 hours, 21 minutes left on the fire. Just a little bit of wind at the moment. Not actually a storm kicking up, but the wind has slightly changed direction. So hopefully this will stay in our favor. And I imagine we'll be heading out of Desolation Point in moments, as long as the weather is kind to me, which is technically a whole second question, right? As we well know. Again, if the storm gets really bad, I'll just carry the fire inside, so to speak. But I would prefer to finish cooking all this meat first. That would be nice if I had that opportunity. If the weather would afford me that opportunity. I'd read for 1 more hour, but I don't want to chance it with this meat. So let's go ahead and just pass time. Didn't even need to break down any of the planks out here. That worked out. So now, with the last little bit here, let's get some additional water. We're going to drink that. take that. How much do I have on me? 0.5 gallons? That's perfect. Good for travel. Let's take that venison steak. Now, I still have a lot on me. It's mainly wood and the deer meat. So, tell you what, let's eat one of them, because I need to anyway. Carrying around this much meat is going to be problematic. It's also the coal, which I can set down. Right, let's leave that fire going there for a bit. Thankfully, staying by the fire kept us plenty warm. I can go ahead and consume a coffee really quick. Could have warmed it up on the fire, I know, but still good for energy. So let's come back in here and drop off this extra fuel, and that will get rid of some of the burden I'm carrying. Then I just have to be very careful. I actually didn't harvest this rabbit carcass. I forgot about that. That's right, I harvested the meat, but not the hide and the guts. Okay. And I forgot about the cedar firewood here. Put that over here. Drop you, and drop you. Not too bad. The meat is really the main thing weighing me down at this point. A lot of other little things. We have a number of emergency stems. I do have a lot of clothing on me, that's true. I wish I had gauntlets to wear. That would be nice. We might find some, but I'm not holding my breath for gauntlets. Certainly not. Okay, well, before the weather gets too much worse, I've got a little bit of energy. I'm giving off a little bit of a stink right now, given the fact that I'm carrying around this much meat. So part of me wants to get a little bit closer to the exit, but not quite make the trip until such time as I feel a little bit more confident that we can avoid trouble. So we've looted that dead guy. We looted the truck over there. That's a bear. Let's definitely avoid his attention. Spotted him that time. There's no pretty snowflakes in the air to distract me. God, that was funny. That was one of my seriously all-time favorite moments. And I know some of you agreed. Which was great. See wolves that way. That is a moose. That is a moose. That's a moose. Hi, moose. Holy crap. You surprised me. Literally walking right toward me. Now he's turned away. Do we want to risk cracking ribs? See, this is actually a little bit of a dilemma. Actually, it's not. God, I want to kill that moose. I want that moose hide so bad. But we're not in a space where I could run away from this thing. How confident am I feeling? Yeah, he's just on the bridge. He's just there. The thing is, I'm already carrying meat that would attract attention. Oh, okay. I want him to come right toward me. But I also don't want to get any closer. I prefer not to have any cracked ribs today. Didn't even hit him? How is that not a hit? Evidently the new rifle aim mechanics aren't completely fixed, because I was aiming right with the tip of the sight. I would have expected that. Oh, hi, he's back. Hang on. Hold that thought. He didn't run far. And now he's actually doing what I wanted him to do. Gotcha. Oh, man. Well, we have a Moosehide Legion. How's that for a finale? Don't worry, I'm not going to end the episode yet, but I'm a little bit concerned. Hang on. I'm carrying a ton of deer meat on me right now, so it's like I want to be mindful of that. Let's get the revolver out. And I'm going to head up for the lighthouse because we now have something else to do here. I might hang out here at this zone. There's a wolf right there. He's probably going to come for me. I'm going to get within his detection range while I'm trying to get past the lighthouse. Should I go to the lighthouse? Yeah, there he is. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Come here. Oh, there's two of them. Crap. Make sure there's not a bear behind me. I just need somewhere to lie low for a bit. I could lie low at the station back here. That would work for me. Hey, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's just come over here. The moose is not going anywhere. I just need to be somewhere reasonably comfortable. That was one heck of a charge. I have to admit, I was a little bit nervous because I'm like, man, this is, dramatically speaking, like perfect timing. Given that the series is about to take a bit of a break, for those of you watching live anyway. Okay, so, but I was just nervous because I did not want that moose to hurt me at the same time. Probably don't have to explain that, but there it is nonetheless. So, yeah, I really just need to rest here. Then we'll go out and get the hide when I'm in a little bit better shape and I don't have that meat with me. So, yeah, you can tell I'm still a little bit frazzled. Okay, so we can sleep here. Let's go ahead and drink a tea. We'll lose a little bit of the weight. And sleep for... See, I'm not actually that tired, which is somewhat frustrating. But I'll sleep as long as the game will let me. 3 shots to kill that thing. Technically 4. Worth every single one of them. But okay, it is literally the middle of the night. That's not a good feeling. What I need to do is just drop these stakes and go get that hide. Because it's not in a spot where it's under threat, really. I could go right now, honestly, but since it's the middle of the night, it's not the best time. I think the better thing to do is to step inside. Now, of course, we can't sleep, but I'm going to pass some time. I don't want to burn any lantern fuel or anything, so... Okay, let's actually go with that. And now I want to rest for just 4 hours. And hopefully... Really? Woke up fully rested. Couldn't even let me have the amount of rest I wanted. Okay. I go back and forth on the fully rested mechanic. Having been around since before it existed, there are times where I just am like, will you just let me sleep, please? Please? But I think I more appreciate that it's there than I feel oppositely. Really freaking cold. Let's go get our moose hide. Beautiful morning. Couldn't have asked for better weather. I could, of course, get the moose meat, too. I'm genuinely considering, though, whether I need to do that. I mean, yes, I'll get a ton of cooking skill from doing it, so from a gaming the system perspective, it makes sense, but I do, in terms of what my character is trying to accomplish right now, we're trying to leave, you know? So from a narrative perspective, cooking the entire moose for its food when we don't really have the means to take the food to a quote-unquote refrigerator, really? Can I not climb that? Okay. I knew I couldn't climb that. I was just hoping. When we can't take the food to a better place, like Coastal Highway, where we killed the moose in Season 5 before I made this into 0.5. That was better. For a second, I was like, is that a bear? All right, there's our kill. Wow, it's really cold right now. I might have to, hang on. Yeah, hold that thought. We're not going to be able to do this outright. We're going to have to get some sticks. Get a fire going to keep ourselves warm. Because it's freaking cold right now. Holy crap. It doesn't look it, but it's cold. All right, there's a branch. That technically is my ticket out, but that's going to take way too long. Man.
So cold.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, I know. The other issue is the wind. Well, this is slightly problematic. How cold does it feel right now? -24! What? Okay, so the world is definitely getting colder. I can't... Alright. Well, I hate to do this. This is unexpected. I was going to come out here, I was going to end the episode. I mean, at least we got the nice view. I mean, it's a beautiful sunrise. But I guess it's just still earlier in the morning than it looks like on the daytime indicator. It's not long after morning. And it's just... I wanted to end the episode with, you know, a moose hide on the ground and curing. What we're definitely going to do when the series comes back is we're going to get that hide and we're going to bring it back and we're going to cure it here. We might have to leave it curing and come back for it at a later point. I don't necessarily mind that, but I want to do other things while it cures because I think a moose hide takes, 10 days to cure? It takes a while. So I don't want to wait around for it necessarily. I'm not saying I won't, but I'm not inclined to. Let's put it that way. But yeah, I'm going to step over here. We're going to grab one deer steak. I'm going to step inside. Of course I grabbed the... I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. Hold on. I grabbed the one that I'd partially eaten. Okay. partially eat that one. Drink that water. Which we're going to need more water before we leave too. But it's just, we're going to need for it to warm up before we go anywhere. But on that note, I'm going to stop this episode here. Like I said at the beginning, what we're going to do with Against All Odds Season 5.5, the series is not ending, don't worry, but we're going to take a break and let Surviving Mars take over the 1 p.m. time slot for a little while. So that's going to go for 20 episodes, and then Season 5.5 will be back for another 20, and hopefully a full 20. We're going to make it all the way to 100 days with this series if I can help it, and I'm having a blast. I'm grateful that the Moose decided to show up and make this episode more interesting for all of us. But again, I'm going to end this one here. Thanks for watching if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.